Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. So, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. You're putting in a lot of effort here. You're doing a lot of work and you're not really expecting anything from it, right? It seems like there's a lot of selfless effort here on your part. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we've got a 3. 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups. The Moon card, the Hierophant card, and the 7 of Wands. Look at that. Already I feel like you are being very selfless. You are putting in so much work and you're not expecting anything in return. And you know what? You're going to get some appreciation, some recognition for that. But you're not expecting it, right? And that's what I think makes this so special. We've got some Chariot energy, more Cancer energy. See, we've got, this is the Cancer energy and this is the Knight of Cups. This is Cancer energy too. And we've got more water. Here's a Queen of Cups. And some fire at the end. Very interesting. This, lot of good water cards here. A lot of good water cards. I feel like you are, I feel like you're going to be very surprised with all of the love that's coming your way. You know? And I feel like you're not expecting it. I almost don't want to tell you, you know? I don't want to spoil the surprise. I feel like you've been putting in a lot of this selfless work. Maybe charity stuff, maybe just doing things for other people out of the goodness of your, not even out of the goodness of your heart, just because that's who you are, right? You're not expecting anything in return. You're not expecting a thank you. You're not expecting any kind of gifts or love or compensation in any way. You're just doing it because that's what you do, because you're being of service, right? I think it's going to be returned to you 100-fold. And I almost feel bad telling you because I want it to be a surprise. But anyway, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot that we're just going to try to select here. Oh, this one I think wanted to come out. And we're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. Happy little Bob. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the show you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Okay? Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. All right, let's take a look around the room here. We've got some very good energy. We've got major, major, major. We've got our trinity of major arcana energies. We've got some fire. We've got a lot of water, 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 water. And we've got our earth energy here. Now, there's some earth implied in the Hierophant Taurus energy. There's some earth implied in the 4 of Cups here because of the nature of the 4 elements. What we don't see is any air cards. Okay? Nothing I can even really stretch into being some air. So I feel like this is really something, I think it is out of the goodness of your heart. I think you do operate that way. I don't think you have any ulterior motives. There's no conflict. There's no arguing. There's no expectations. There's no demands being put on anybody else. There's no swords cards here, you know? So to me, that's just this real ease. It's like it's not coming from a place of selfishness or of having an agenda, right? It's just flowing from you. It's just your nature, right? And so when we see a 7 of Pentacles, it's not always a great card. This is a card that says a lot of work, no rewards. Yeah, that's sometimes what selfless work is. That's kind of a karma yoga thing to me. It's putting in a lot of work, not being concerned with the rewards. It doesn't mean you're not getting them. It just means that you're not attached to them, that you're not doing this work for the money, for the thank yous, for the rewards, right? Offering them up to God, goddess, deity, as Vivekananda writes about in his work, Karma Yoga. So it's not that you're not receiving any kind of compensation for your activities. It's not that your deeds, that your actions are not producing results, right? They're still having an effect. Things are still happening. You're still either getting a paycheck or they're saying thank you or, whatever it is, but you're not attached to that. That's not the reason why you're doing these things, okay? So this could really be your efforts at work. It could be with your family, friends, romantic relationship. It could be your spiritual work. It could be your creative work. It could be volunteering. It could be a community thing. Maybe you're volunteering at the hospital or a clinic. Maybe you're putting in time at the library. All these different things, whatever it is. I feel like you are someone who's very much being of service to people. Yeah, and it's part of who you are. And I like that we have the Hierophant up here too, because the Hierophant kind of emphasizes that. The Hierophant is, it's that idea of being of service. And I think there's been someone in your life that has inspired you. I feel that there is a Cancer person close to you that's in some way involved with some of this. I don't know in what capacity just yet. But I also think there's somebody very close to you that, maybe it's an ancestor, maybe it's a spirit guide, maybe it is a relative that has transcended, but someone was a big influence on your life. And it's someone I think that, it's someone that really almost was like a mentor to you, almost was, I think like an older relative. I have a feeling that they had like a sweet tooth or something, or something with candy or something that the two of you would share. I don't know what that is. But they kind of showed you the value of hard work, I guess, right? And I feel like this person's really a strong influence on you. I feel like they're still with you, even though they may have transitioned to a higher plane. They're still very close to you. They're still an inspiration to you, even to this day, okay? And I feel like they are very close to you still. It feels like a very, very warm and caring energy. But a hard-working energy, right? It's almost kind of maybe someone that was quite stern, quite fixed in their ways, but it really taught you a lot, and it really was based on love. Yeah, I really do. I like that feeling a lot. So anyway, all this work that you're doing, I think you really are getting a type of spiritual satisfaction from it. I don't think you're doing it for any of those reasons. Even the spiritual satisfaction, I think, is kind of it's tainting it a little bit, right? But what is not being sought after is exactly what you're going to be receiving. This is the Three of Cups. And I think you're going to be getting the recognition for all of the work that you've been doing. To me, this is kind of like a lifetime achievement award in some way. That you've just been grinding it out. You've just been doing what you do, not thinking about the results, not lusting after the rewards. You're getting recognized for all of your hard work. Okay? Could be the promotion. It could be literally an award. It could be that someone or a group of people are doing something very, very special for you. And you deserve it. You deserve it not only because of the service that you're providing for others, but the way you're doing that. The way that you are offering of yourself with no demands being placed. No conditions, no strings attached to that. Okay? Now, with this moon energy in the past here, let's talk about that. I feel like the moon energy it's kind of representing a time in your life where you didn't really have You didn't have a lot of hope, perhaps. Right? I feel like you went through a very dark period of time in your life. I almost feel like there was maybe a near-death experience. Maybe there was something to do with water that affected you when you were younger. I don't know how much. Maybe as a child. But I think it perhaps led to a period of time that was very dark for you. Yeah. Very dark for you. But I feel like you've recovered from this. You've healed from this. You've gotten through this. And maybe this was the help of the person with the sweet tooth. Maybe they helped you to get through this dark period of time in your life. Maybe it doesn't have to be a relative. Anybody that may have that capacity or have been in that role for you. But I feel like you got through this period of time. And things have stabilized for you. And it's maybe because of this in some part, or a large part maybe. That's why you are so dedicated to being of service, to providing for others, to giving of yourself. And the Four of Cups, to me, feels like a lot of gratitude. And, the Four, it's usually a pretty stable card, especially in the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay, that was pretty strange. We just had a power outage here, which, funny enough, I was just talking about that the other day in a different reading, that, we have to plan for the unexpected, right? Maybe it was the Leo reading yesterday, where eventually I'm going to be doing my readings and the power is going to go out and I'm going to have to adapt, right? And then sure enough, a couple days later, it happens. Anyway, strange. The thought that I was on was about the Rider-Waite-Smith Four of Cups. It's a figure who's sitting under a tree, arms crossed, 3 cups in front of them. Spirit is offering them a 4th cup, right? But it's almost like they're refusing it, And to me, this feels like you're content, you're grateful, you're so thankful for what you have that you don't need anything extra. And I feel like the Four of Cups here is representing that kind of gratitude, that kind of contentment in you, that you don't need a bunch of extra stuff, that you don't need a lot of extravagance, you don't need a lot of thank yous, you don't need a lot of rewards, that you're content, that you're so, I think, grateful to Spirit, grateful for life, grateful for being where you are and who you are, that we don't need a lot of excess. I think that's why we've got this Four of Cups down here. And to me, that really does feel like, it feels like a sense of gratitude. It feels like a warmth. It feels like a sense of just a real thankfulness. And this is a moon in Cancer energy. We have a lot of Cancer energy here. So I wonder, in some way, the idea of Cancer is very important to you. It's a strong energy for you. And this could be really a sense of home, a sense of community for you. That you're grateful for having what you have in life, for the people that you have. Looking at the Seven of Wands here in the future, it's kind of like you're grateful for the opportunity to fight. You're grateful for the opportunity to struggle, right? Because when we feel the struggle, when we're in the middle of striving and trying and working hard and battling ourselves and trying to push forward and make progress in life, that's when we know that we are alive, And I think that there is a kind of, almost an appreciation of challenge, The Seven of Wands, this is saying that no matter what happens, we're not giving up. No matter what challenges we face, we have a certain confidence or contentment about it. Even though we may lose, even though, it may not work out the way we want, we're going to continue to put in the effort, right? And this is another one of those selfless things. And to me, this is saying that you would easily give someone the shirt off your back, that you would quite readily stand up for someone else, even if it meant that you put yourself in harm's way. Okay? This is a lot of valor. This is, no matter the odds, you're going to step up. Yeah. So I think whatever this work is that you're doing, I think you are helping others, that you are in some way standing up for others, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's very, very wonderful energy I'm feeling here. This is a reading that's really touching me. We're going to switch to the path of the serpent now, and as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave some comments for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. If you want to share a little bit about yourself, well, that'd be wonderful too. I love all of you. Okay, Cancer energy, the Chariot card here. Like I said, a lot of Cancer energy going on in the reading today. So that the fact that we have this, the Chariot card here is, this is really this is kind of an acceptance of life. You know, this is a feeling like we're really at home, and that we don't need a lot of, like with the Four of Cups here, we don't need a lot of extravagance. We don't need a lot of the kind of superficial stuff, that we're happy and satisfied. We feel like we belong. We feel privileged to be able to do the work that we do. Yeah. And this is kind of an acceptance too, that you don't have to always get your way. You know, that, I don't know, that I just have a real strong sense of gratitude coming from you. Yeah. And a sense of family, a sense of home, a sense of this kind of a willingness to put yourself in harm's way, to protect the people that you love, to protect the people that you are responsible to, you know, that you're connected with, through the work, through the family, whatever this is. Yeah. Such a strong energy coming from you. And we see that again, of course, with the Knight of Cups here in the position of the environment. This is you really doing the service work. This is you kind of always giving of your essential nature to others. This is the Knight of Cups, giving, giving, giving. But I think the other side of this card, and the part of this that we really, again, I don't want to focus on that, but I think this is what you really need to know, is that this is being returned to you, right? That karma is catching up with you, that all of your good efforts are being recognized and rewarded. This is you also receiving love and affection. Not just giving, 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 but getting back. Okay? The people that you serve in life, they notice, right? Spirit notices. And you've got to open yourself up. I'm starting to get emotional now. You've got to be willing to receive this. You've got to accept this because you deserve it. And it's, in some ways, you're kind of obligated to accept it, right? Because if we were to deny this kind of appreciation, that's not us being of service to those people, because they want to give it to you. It feels good for them to say thank you to you. So I think it's your duty to accept that from them, right? It's a very good problem to have. The issue that we see here with the Queen of Cups, this is a lot of depth, right? And there's almost this connection with water. And I do think there was something with water in your past as a child or something, because now we even see that there's a little bit of I don't want to call it a fear of water, but there's a little bit of trepidation around water. And symbolically, I think that this is talking about the hesitation to get too deep into our emotions, right? That maybe the part of this, we just want to give, 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 because we don't want to go too deep into our own. We don't want to receive too deep into ourselves, into this water energy. Right? For the fear or the worry that we're going to get overwhelmed by our own emotions. Yeah. Or that in some way it connects back with this moon card and this incident, this situation that happened in your past. Yeah. So I feel that the counterbalance to that is always your Knight of Wands. See, we've got Queen of Cups, water, water. The Knight of Wands is fire, fire. So how do you balance out double water? Well, you go double fire. So this is really you giving, 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 giving in order to not have to receive and then, be immersed in these feelings, right? So I think there is a lot of water here, and a lot of this needs to be accepted into your own life, because I feel like you keep giving it outward, pushing it outward to others. But you need some of it too, right? So we're kind of battling this abundance of water with this abundance of fire. And this is you always giving, 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 always outward, outward, outward. We need to take in to ourselves too, okay? And I think that's the challenge for you right now in your life, is to allow all of this love and appreciation in. Okay, let's look at the mystery card now. Well, this could be perhaps the Star card, could be the, your power card, the Aquarius energy. Might be some Swords energy. See, we don't have any of the swords here. This is just something that doesn't really need to be talked about. It's just something you do. You don't need any kind of you don't need any gratitude or appreciation. You don't need anyone to say thank you. This is just what you do. But maybe there's a little bit of air here. Otherwise, maybe the Star card. Yeah. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments, okay? I kind of think it's going to be more water energy, maybe the Empress even. Let's see what we have. Oh, it's the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, living your best life, right? This is happiness. This is the pursuit of happiness. This is you living the ideal life, perfect life. Everything's in balance. You've got your pets, your plants, your people. I think this is the result of all of the efforts that you're putting forth, but then also you receiving the blessings and the love and the gratitude in, right? That's how you live your absolute best life. This is a lot of progress for you. This is really the ideal life. Yeah. And this is someone who is immersed in their life, who is enjoying their life, receiving the bounty and the blessings, partaking of the abundance, and not just giving it, giving it, giving it. You got to receive it too. Okay? This is really nice. This makes me really, really happy. We're going to do an extended reading before the power goes out again. If you want to stick around for that, click either above or below in the video description. New readings for Aquarius are usually Mondays and Thursdays. This is a bonus reading just for you. But I'm here every day from 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time. Just come back and see me again tomorrow, okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free, doesn't cost you anything. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.